according to Matthew. When Jesus said to his disciples, "When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne. Before him will be gathered all the nations, and he will separate them one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will place the sheep at his right hand, but the goats at the left. Then the king will say to those at his right hand, 'Come, O blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me.' Then the righteous will say to him, 'Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? And when did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you?' And the king will answer them, 'Truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me.'" The Gospel of the Lord. Praise be Jesus and Mary. Truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me. Brothers and sisters, today we celebrate the feast of Saint Elizabeth of Hungary, the patroness of the Third Order. And it is really fitting that she became the patroness. Why? Because of her really great example. And he lived as a truly daughter of our Seraphic Father, Saint Francis. To live, sabi nga sa rule, as poor brothers and sisters of Christ. To be the least of others. Napakaganda nga yung, I don't know if you read in the second reading of the office sa breviary, there's a beautiful testimony of her spiritual director, I think Blessed Conrad. It says here, on Good Friday, when all the altars were stripped, she put her hands on the altar in one of the chapels of her town, where the Friars Minor had taken up residence, and in the presence of the people, renounced her own will and all the allurements of the world, and all those things our Savior advised us in the Gospel to leave behind. Alam niyo po, mga tugang, being poor especially does not entails only poverty materially. And Saint Elizabeth of Hungary was able to really live as a poor person, as a poor tertiary. Why? Because of his two interesting renunciation. Ano yung ni-renounce niya? Kung nakikinig kayo. Una, she renounced her own will. She became totally obedient to God. And this is the hardest thing, especially not only for tertiary, but also for priests, for religious, for brothers, for friars, for sisters, and for all of us. Renouncing our own will. Sabi nga sa Tagalog, yung ating gusto. No? Nalalak yung may commercial noon. No? Sabi dun sa commercial, ito ang gusto ko. No? Ito ang gusto ko. Pero, have we ever think, ano ba ang gusto ni God? Because this is the difficulty, and this is why in the religious life there is this vow of obedience. Vow of obedience. And I think the Jesuit had also the fourth vow, total obedience to the Pope. And why is it that, sabi nga nung isang Jesuit, it is difficult to be poor, not materially, but morally and spiritually. Because in all others, sabi nung, nakalimutan ko yung author na Jesuit, yun yung aming, during novice, because among all, the hardest thing to give up is our own will. And Saint Elizabeth of Hungary started from there. She renounced her own will. Hindi, sabi nga sa Bicol, matigas ang kanyang payo. Hindi matigas ang payo. Kung ano sabihin ng kanyang spiritual director, yun ang kanyang sinusunod. Kahit na may asawa na siya. Remember, she has her husband. And yet, she knows how to balance her life as a mother and her life as a tertiary. And this is, sabi nga, napakasakit, Kuya Eddie. Dito, maraming bumabagsak na tertiary. No? Why? They do not know how to balance their life as a father, mother, children, professor, teacher, engineer, and so on and so forth with their life as a tertiary. No? They become too much engaged on the world that they forgot their own commitment and their love for Christ. No? Nasabihan lang ng anak, oy, huwag ka na kasi baka magkasama. Hindi na pupunta. No? Umulan lang ng konti, ay nako, huwag na tayo dyan. No? Doon ka na lang sa live stream. No? See? And what is else? No? Wala na yung spirit of sacrifice. Ito yung nawawala ngayon. No? Sabi nga ni Pope Francis, will become comfort Christian. And this is the danger of this new normal. The danger of this new normal sa ating during pandemic is to create many comfort Christian and comfort tertiary. No? Ay, pwede naman ako magsimba sa online. Doon na lang ako. No? Bakit pa ako magpupunta dyan? Mamamasahe ka pa. No? Sasabihin, dito na lang ako, total isang pamasahe lang. Kung punta ako dyan, 2 pamasahe. Balikan, 4. And we forgot, my brothers and sisters, the first name of the Third Order of St. Francis. Anong pangalan ng first name ng Third Order of St. Francis? Brother and sister of penance. Brother and sisters of penance. So kung tayo, kasama na ako, no, we do not have that vision of penance, how can we say that we live our life as a true Franciscan? No? Brothers and sisters of penance. Because penance help us to subdue, with the help of vow of obedience, to subdue our own will. Kaya nga, magandang tanungin sa atin, kasama na ako, how is my life of penance? Ano na kaya yung buhay ko bilang penance? No? Ano na yung buhay ko na penitensya? No? Ano bang ginagawa kong penitensya? Of course, hindi naman ibig sabihin mag-flagellation ka or huwag ka nang kumain. No. That's not only. One good penance also includes denying ourselves. No? Denying ourselves. Denial, self-denial. That is one part of penance. And one good penance, no? Alam nyo, anong sabi dun? One good penance is to accept God's providence every day. Ano yun? Alam nyo, yung magandang penance ay yung hindi mo ginagawa. Yung bang spontaneous, katulad niyan, oh, biglang uulan, aaraw, no? Penance yan. If you accept it, no? Kung inaccept mo yung isang brother, isang friar, isang sister na pasaway, that's already a penance. No? Pag inaccept mo yung asawa mo na yung agum mo, no? Na gusto mong sumagot, no? Pero inaccept mo na lang, offer ko na lang kay God, no? Para magkasundo kami ni Mrs. o ni Mr. That's already a penance. And that is also renouncing our own will. No? And sad to say, nawala na sa vocabulary ng mga tertiary and all Christians this word penance. And Saint Maximilian, quoting Saint Bernadette, underlines this: penance, penance, penance. This is what Our Lady of Lourdes told to Saint Bernadette. And di ba sabi doon sa Trattia, and we are the order of penitents. We are the order of penitents. No? Sad to say. And secondly, no, the renunciation of the world. You know, you cannot be poor only materially if you do not renounce the world. No? Marami dyan naghihirap, naging mahirap, hindi dahil walang pera. Bakit? Bakit naghirap? Kasi hindi marunong gumastos ng pera. No? Kaya nga minsan, no, tama rin yung sinabi ng iba, mabuti rin yung maging kuripot ka. Kuripot in a sense na hindi ka basta-basta, sabi nga, gastador. No? Yun yung kabaligtaran ng kuripot, yung gastador. No? Yung bang kahit na mayroon na nga sige lang, yung, alam nyo, unang effect ng gastador, bisyo. Bisyo. Pag may bisyo ka, hindi lang sigarilyo, hindi lang alak, kundi maraming bisyo. Pwede maging bisyo yung TikTok. Alam niyo yan. Maraming kabataan ngayon, yan yung kanilang bisyo. Bisyo nila ay TikTok. No? Yung bang, hindi naman masamang mag-TikTok, pero para bang sa buhay nila, no? Tanungin mo, no? Ilang beses ka mag-TikTok sa isang araw? At tanungin mo, no? I challenge you, pati mga nakikinig sa atin sa radio na mga magulang, tanungin yung anak ninyo, ilang beses siya magdasal at ilang beses silang mag-TikTok. No? Kuminsan mas marami pang oras sa TikTok kaysa sa pagdarasal. No? Minsan mas marami pang time sa Facebook kaysa sa pagdarasal. No? Mas marami pang time sa social media kaysa sa pagsisimba, no? Pag-rosaryo. No? Kaya nga, Saint Elizabeth of Hungary, he renounced these two. She renounced these two. She renounced her own will and she renounced the allurements of the world. And it's up to us, it's up to you and me to do the same. If we want to become a saint, just like Saint Elizabeth, we have to renounce these two. Of course, hindi ko ibig sabihin, huwag ka nang mag-Facebook, huwag ka nang mag-TikTok, huwag ka nang manood ng TV. No? This is exaggerated naman. No? Ibig sabihin lang, no? We should not be too much attached to these things. No? Attachment. Because it creates vice. No? Malalaman mo na attached ka na dun sa isang bagay kapag nagiging bisyo na. No? Nagiging bisyo na yung ginagawa mo. No? At alam niyo yung bisyo, di ba? Saka baliktaran ng virtue or virtud sa Tagalog. Ano yun? Ang vice or bisyo ay yung masama na ginagawa mo, na gusto mo. Instead, yung virtue, kabaliktaran. Di ba? Yung virtue ay yung ginagawa mo na minsan hindi mo gusto, pero dapat mong gawin para kay God, para kay Jesus. That's the virtue. Kaya kita nyo, malaking diferensya. And minsan yung mga tao, gumagawa sila ng mga bagay na masama, na akala nila mabuti. No? And then, they discover it is too late. No? Kaya nga mag-ingat po tayo, mga tugang. Mag-ingat po tayo, mga brothers and sisters. Let us ask Saint Elizabeth of Hungary and our Mother Perpetual Help to help us to imitate Saint Elizabeth of Hungary, to be able to renounce our own will and to renounce the world. Praise be Jesus and Mary.